Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I want to talk to you about a very strange walima that happened in Medina during the times of Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu. Man by the name of Ash'ath ibn Qais. But let me give you the background story of this one. Ash'ath ibn Qais belonged to a tribe called Kinda, Bani Kinda. During the year when a lot of people were coming to Medina to accept Islam, Bani Kinda also came to accept Islam, and he was accompanying. And Bani Kinda were related to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam through one of the great grandmother of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all the way up in the lineage, by the name of Jaddah. And she was Jaddah Kilab. And these were Banu Kinda. So they were related. So that's why they came and they wanted Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to know that they are related to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam through the Prophet's great all the way up somewhere grandmother. So this delegation came in the presence of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and now they are trying to tell the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam how much they are inclined towards Islam, but they want to test the Prophet. And they said, okay, can you please tell us what are we hiding in this box? And this is a box in which they would keep purified butter that you call ghee. And actually what they were hiding in that box was an eye of a locust. So Prophet ﷺ said, do you think I am some kind of a fortune teller? I'm not a fortune teller. I'm the prophet of God. And they said, okay, then what kind of tests should we give you that we can be convinced that you're the prophet of God? And the Prophet ﷺ said, how about, and he grabbed some pebbles from the ground and he said, if these pebbles say that I'm the prophet of God, would you accept it? And they said, of course. So then the Prophet ﷺ then grabbed some pebbles from the ground, and the pebbles said that this is the Prophet of God. Upon hearing this, the Banu Kinda tribe accepted Islam. And at that point, Prophet ﷺ recited some parts of the Quran to them so that they can learn and memorize Quran. So recited to them some ayahs from Surah Saffat. Now I'm telling you all of this story from a very famous book on the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ called Sir by Allama Burhanuddin Halabi from Halab, from Syria. So he wrote this book. So he brings us this story in that book. Surah Saffat, the first 5 ayahs is Prophet ﷺ recited to them, وَالصَّافَّاتِ صَفًّا فَالزَّاجِرَاتِ زَجْرًا. These ayahs moved the Prophet ﷺ so much that the Prophet ﷺ started crying. Upon hearing this, the Banu Kinda said, are you crying with the fear of your God? And the Prophet ﷺ said that he is the one who has kept us on the straight path. And then the Prophet ﷺ recited a few ayahs from Surah Bani Israel. This is ayah number 86 specifically. After this, the Banu Kinda tribe accepted Islam, and the Prophet ﷺ said that now that you are Muslims, you should not wear silk. And they had a lot of silk clothes on them, like in the form of a cloak or something around their neck that was made from silk. So they took off the silk and they put it on the side because it is haram for the men, Muslim men, to be wearing silk clothing. And then in that tribe was a man by the name of Ash'ath ibn Qais. And he said, Ya Rasulullah, we are related because we are all children of Akil Mirar. Because that great grandmother all the way up, she was from the descendants of Akil Mirar. So he said, we are related because you are also descendant of Akil Mirar and we are also descendant of Akil Mirar. And the Prophet ﷺ said, no, however, I am the descendant of Nadr ibn Kinana. Because if you look at the lineage of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I don't know if I told you guys this, that the Muhammad bin Abdullah, Muhammad the son of Abdullah, Muhammad bin Abdullah bin Abdul Muttalib bin Hashim bin Abd Munaf bin Qusay bin Kilab bin Murrah bin Ka'b bin Luay bin Ghalib bin Fahr bin Malik bin Nadr bin Kinana bin Khuzaima, bin Mudrika, bin Ilyas, bin Nadr, bin Nidar, bin Ma'ad, bin Adnan. So these are the 22 generations from Prophet ﷺ all the way to Adnan. And as you might have heard me say, Nadr ibn Kinana, Nadr the son of Kinana. So Prophet ﷺ said, no, we are, because at that point they were trying to link through the Nadr the Prophet ﷺ with Jadda. So the Prophet said, no, we take the lineage from the father, not from the mother. Anyway, Ash'as is the person that I want to talk about, Ash'as ibn Qais. So Ash'as ibn Qais, during the time of the fake prophets, and during the time where people were refused to give zakah, during those time, Ash'as left Islam. It was called Fitnatul Irtidad. So he became a murtad, he left Islam. And he was captured at the time of Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, and he was brought in the court of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, who ordered that Ash'ath be killed. And Ash'ath said, I want to accept Islam again, and I want to become a true believer, and can you please marry your sister with me? So Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu forgave him. Ash'ath ibn Qais accepted Islam. He got married to Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu's sister, and her name was Farwa. Farwa. After that, now this is the story that what I'm about to tell you next is a little funny thing. So Ash'as goes out in the market of Medina, pulls out his sword and starts injuring the camels. And as he injures the camels are falling down. Have you ever seen camels slaughtered? So you have to pull the camel down to be able to slaughter it. So these camels are falling left and right. Any camel that he runs across, he injures the camel, and the camels fall down, ready to be slaughtered. And people are now gathering Ash'as and like, are you out of your mind? Are you a disbeliever? Why are you hurting our property? And Ash'as said, I am a believer. I want you to slaughter these animals, all of the camels. Cook meal. And remember, this is my Walima. If I would be in my tribe, I would have given a huge feast. And by the way, the owners of all these camels, come and meet me and collect however much your camel was worth. I'm ready to pay you whatever your camel was worth. So it was a very strange way of doing a walima, that you go out in the market, you pull your sword, you injure the camels fall down, you tell the people, slaughter these, cook food, and this is my walima, and I'll pay for these camels. Ask the owners to come and collect the funds from me. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like very, very funny story. I mean, I found it extremely funny, so I thought I would share it with you. So anyway, Ash'as accepted Islam, and then he stayed as a devout Muslim, Ash'as ibn Qais. Anyway, so I hope you would have also enjoyed the story, and inshallah, we'll talk about some other stories next time. So this is sort of kind of a slight deviation from our regular talks that we've been talking about Dhul Qarnayn, we've been talking about Ya'juj Ma'juj, we've been talking about Imam al-Mahdi, we've been talking about Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam. I know a lot of you have sent me a request that you want me to talk more about the life in Barzakh, stories from the Barzakh, and that's exactly what I'm also planning on talking to you in the coming days. So anyway, let me know in the comment section below if you also enjoyed the story. Till next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.